Welcome to Don't Be Alarmed, We're Negros, the podcast where we take a colorful look at life, diversity, and the game of golf from the other side of the green. Over the next hour and change, you will hear explicit golf barbershop talk penetrating your ear. Enjoy. Please note, this is a warning for explicit content. If you don't like what you hear, find another podcast, bitches.
KZZ on the beats, yeah. On the beats, yeah.
Don't be alarmed, we're Negros.
This is El Negro.
Preach, Negros. Don't be alarmed, we're Negros.
Yes, indeed. Your ears are not fooling you this evening. We are back. The Negros back in 2025. New Negro, new year. We're here. I'm E-Mitch, your host, a.k.a. Stick Ross. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the building. Right? And we have a full clubhouse this evening. We're going to have a good time.
Ain't that about a pitch?
What happened?
This nigga get to say he's Stick Ross and got his own sound effects. That's some bullshit if I ever heard it.
I
got sound effects.
I didn't name myself though, so I just went with it, man. I just happened to be chilling on a golf course, and these dudes come up to me while we was talking to some people, and they're like, "Hey, can we record you?" And I didn't know it was country club adjacent. And then now every week, people from my old company were like, "Hey, is this you in this Bad Birdies or Birdie Boys shirt?" And I was like, "That's me." They were like, I knew you. So that's
Okay,
me.
calm down.
Well, I'll say this.
Yeah,
Just like
Biz
just
Marquis.
like his music, game's been missing.
Oh, ain't that something? Oh, we're gonna see in 2025 because we have a lot to play for. My boy Chachi is down and out, but he might be back in time. I don't know. He's looking pretty healthy sitting there, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So let me introduce who all is in the clubhouse. We got the wildest nigga that was in Jamaica.
My son is not on the podcast.
Yeah, well, then the second wildest. We got my cousin Booger, and the nips was out for show.
It's a nipple, because I'm drooling.
What up, Boog?
Booger Johnson's son.
Booger, that's Booger Johnson's son.
I thank you for having me. I'm glad we back. And I can't speak on Jamaica, but I can only say, fellas, don't ever think you can't walk around the house with your dick out just from the zipper and not butt naked.
No.
It can get sucked. Believe me, and ask Marcus. He seen it.
Yeah, they can.
He seen it.
He's not lying.
He said he's not lying.
True story, folks.
Jamaican dollars fly real soft like feathers in a strip club. They don't fall hard like American dollars.
Wow, the
Mercy.
gravity ain't even the same.
It's not the same.
He said the gravity's high. The gravity's high over there in Jamaica.
Chachi and I are in total shock. Chachi.
You had to be there.
Yes,
We
sir.
got our guy, our cuzzo. Man, he's down to one wheel, but he's recuperating that wheel, trying to get back healthy. Man, we got our cousin Chachi in the building.
Now you all know my cousin Chachi.
Yes, indeed.
What up, man? I'm over here thinking about my Jamaica trip. It was nothing like that.
Yours is a family trip, a different kind of family. You took the kids.
Well, I mean, there's still some dick
I was
sucking.
getting lap dances. I was getting lap dances next to my wife.
Yes, he was. No, you was getting lap dances on your wife with another bride,
with
not
another
next to.
That's okay. That's
It was
okay.
lap to, they look like a Big Mac. Lap to lap.
There's nothing wrong with that. We all went there that one night too.
Yeah.
So all of us had them in there. It was a good time. All right. And we got the mayor, Enid.
No, sir.
Hold on.
I'm home.
You're home.
You're
He had
home.
to change the screen. He home.
You good?
Hey, for
Like
right
Like
now.
that, man?
No, I just don't go back I don't go back to the end of February.
I thought this job was supposed to be over like last November or something.
Yeah, it's probably over June because
Okay.
they in our last meeting they agreed to have the runway completely back to them by July.
There you go.
Nice. Well, we got our
Yeah.
guy. He the assistant governor of Jamaica because he showed us a time. We got Marcus Darling in the building. And this old bitch was on the beach lifting.
Man,
Hard.
hard.
Marcus got beat up by a white dude.
Probably found a couple of my souls.
You got him
Hey,
back.
hey, funny story about that booger. They say the dude's senile or something because we saw him the day before we was leaving. This motherfucker had a full conversation with us. Was talking, asking where we was from, and we
Didn't
left.
remember?
You guys have no. He asked where we was from.
But he didn't remember how he's going off on you?
He didn't. I had
In
the
case
radio.
y'all didn't know, Marcus
I had the
was
radio in my hand. I had the speaker in my hand. He's like, "Oh, you guys
playing music, white dude punch him in the jaw. Marcus fell. His wife had to save him.
Yeah, that's the made for Hollywood. That's the made for Hollywood version.
I walked to the beach, asked him why he's sleeping so early in the day.
Wow.
Crazy.
And then we got our player partner, the assistant coach to Sean Payton, out there giving out all the advice, doing his thing. We got Sugar in the building. What's happening, Suge?
What's up, fellas? Good to see y'all, man. It's been a while. And we
Sure.
back
Did you go to Montbello?
Hmm?
Did you go to Montbello?
No.
Oh, because how you count your strokes? I thought you was like a Montbello mathematician.
Oh shit!
I can count.
Ain't that a motherfucker? Wow.
I'm educated. I can count my shit.
Jesus, Lordy.
Dallas right now.
Why do we have to start like
I
this?
rolled past Montbello.
It might have rubbed off on you.
On the way. No, that's JT. That's JT's realm.
If I don't make it back in time, I have to go out there in my referee shirt to make sure the strokes is done right.
And count the strokes.
You can come out.
Put a spare tire on.
You need to bring, yeah. You
Wear a knee brace and get you a nice pair of orthopedics.
Yeah. All right. You got to bring the belt anyway. You got to bring the belt anyway. You can't have any.
No, I'll bring y'all the belt. Y'all, it'll be vacant for my injury, and I'll come back and take it right back.
And that'll be all we hear. All because I couldn't play for it because I couldn't.
No, look, I just said I'm gonna give it to you, and then I'm gonna come take it back.
I like it. Well,
you're only gonna go to the person that can't run her up twice. It's only right.
I mean, you would think, but can he step his game up, or will somebody else be like,
the game is? We'll get to that later on.
This dude be hitting draws, so I don't know.
Why are you talking? We got a segment talking about what we changed.
Your resolution?
I'm gonna make a Jamaican stripper your car partner.
Okay.
In teams.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm gonna start calling you in team.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, we're off to a blistering start. I know you missed us.
No Bob mine.
Wagwan. Yeah.
What the booger blood clots?
We got a good episode for you. We're already on one. Should be a good time. Should give us a rundown of what we're going to talk about this episode, and then we're going to get to it.
This episode, as always, we're going to cover the golf news of the week. We're going to get into the Farmers Open and the TGL. We're going to give you a weekly update. Hope y'all out there watching that. It's actually a different style of golf, but we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. We got the 19th hole. How did you get into golf? And then our regular segments. What are we hating on? The Golf Giggin Song of the Week. Hate it or love it. We got That Guy by Tyler, the Creator. So let's hit that golf news, my nigga.
Welcome to the Negro Golf News. All right. I'm not going to lie to you. The golf news out there is lacking because the season haven't started. But there's a few things that have popped up. The first one, Greg Norman is out as the decision maker or the chief or the face of LIV. And they're working on that. But as he went out the door, he still has some bad blood against Rory and Tiger for show. With one of his quotes saying, "Hey, that Pip money that Tiger's getting is only because the live was created. So Tiger should be thanking him for that." And basically, he said he would sit down and talk with both of them so they could air their grievances and stuff like that. But there's some bad blood there or whatever. Rory's a bitch too, anyway, because he's been talking to other players, telling them not to join and doing all kind of shit. Like, get your money. Eventually, it's gonna come together, right? So either you get your money now, or you're gonna be upset that you didn't get it later. So figure it out. Do your thing. So what do y'all think about Greg Norman? Y'all think he should shut the fuck up and keep it moving as an old dude, or does he have a right to have a grievance against the big cat and Rory?
He should be able to talk shit. Should they talk shit about him this whole time? The whole time. And now they mad because he's taking credit where credit is due, if you ask me. Because if I made a motherfucker some money, shit, it's because of me your pockets is full.
True.
Yeah, whether or
I'm
not
with Marcus. That's a grown ass man. He can say what he want to say. And if you look at the timeline, the money in the PGA for them top players went up since Liv came.
Yeah.
And they changed some rules to make it so those top players get money.
100%. They would have never. If Greg Norman would have been doing what he was doing and establishing this other league and pushing the envelope, this whole idea of the PIP and all these things that came out of it, it would have probably taken longer. It wouldn't have happened.
And the PIP is funny to me because Tiger's winning PIP and he ain't won shit. So
it's a popularity fight. It's PIP.
And I get the it's a player impact.
Right.
But I think you should be playing in more tournaments that have an impact while you're playing.
There's guys that won more tournaments.
Guys don't got to be like that.
Right.
True.
Yeah, so
and he still moves the needle. It's
and
crazy.
he does. So you can't be mad at Greg Norman because he's talking shit, talking about your money's my money.
The thing is, when I looked at the article, it's not even like he was talking shit. They asked questions to him. He was answering the question. He said, "I'll sit down with them, whatever." But this is what I would say, maybe, that they could be thankful for that, for that aspect of it. But I keep thinking, everyone keeps talking about eventually these two leagues are going to come together, and I know they've negotiating, but we're going to talk about Liv getting their deal or whatever. That certainly should push it back. But why put them together? I think they should keep them apart and then just create a couple of events where they come together. Because then you got a rivalry. You got two sides, a rivalry. You bring them together. That's going to bring the big money when the rivalry comes together at those majors or whatever you want to call them. But then you have two separate leagues.
It's that they want the points so they can play in certain big tournaments.
Give them the points. That's what I'm saying.
That part, yes, the world ranking points.
Don't merge your leagues. Keep them apart. Give them their points. And now you only get to see those guys play against each other at all the majors, and then at the end of the season or something, do something where you see who the top golfer is or whatever. But that makes a rivalry. That creates drama rather than seeing them all. Otherwise, it just becomes just like any other golf every other week.
Yeah, and if you think of the history of Liv and PGA, the top players have been Liv because they won more majors than than PGA has when it comes to them playing in like the Masters.
I thought that's so 2024.
New year, new me.
Yeah, right.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's let the man talk his shit. You know what I mean? I think he deserves to be able to talk the shit.
Ain't no man tell another man what he can and can't say.
Is anything and is anything he said false?
No.
Prove any of it
at all.
Not at all. And you see, like you guys were saying, like it rubs, Tiger, we don't see him commenting on this, but you see Rory, he's always going to have an opinion on something. So I just, you just got to leave that dude.
I think Rory's just trying to stay.
Well,
the other trying to stay relevant.
But it's not like even his comment is just.
But Rory's wishy-washy. He hated Liv. Then they started when Liv won tournaments, majors. He's like, well, no, we're cool. We just have to, because I got dicked by the PGA and they told me one thing and that didn't happen.
Yep.
And now this is happening. So we're cool. It's not their fault. And now fuck them. I don't want to talk to them no more. And I'm telling people not to go to them. Come on now. He don't know. He's Snoop Dogg right now.
He's playing both sides.
I like it. good take on the Snoop Dogg thing. Hey,
Well, he
speaking
took
more
a shot
about
at the TGL at the end too.
yeah, he did.
Well, he didn't take a shot at it. He just said,
Yeah,
anything that helps bring the needle to golf, whatever, similar to what Liv was doing. You know what I mean?
bingo.
I already did that, he said.
Yeah,
That's what he was saying. That's what he was saying.
basically. Yep, love it.
It's like he farted and then got off the elevator.
Yikes, that sucks. Hey, speaking of farts, we got Brandel upset about the TV deal that Liv has received, right? So Fox Media, which is probably right up his alley of what he stands on and everything. He looks like he's a Foxian himself. He is upset, and saying that Fox was bought and the opinions are skewed and the product still stinks and all this stuff. It'll be interesting to see what happens if there was a deal to come into place and everything, because he's going to have to kiss the ring. So what do y'all think about Brandel? He's a fool anyway. I just like to poke the bear. What's up with Brandel?
Just one detail. CW, which is where they were broadcast before, is owned by Fox. So it's not like it's a big jump.
Bingo.
So,
just more coverage, a bigger name.
Yeah.
He's mad because he was hoping that PGA was so big enough that they'll negotiate and he would get more money out of it. And if they get a big TV deal, then they don't get more money on it, because then they're just as CBS and ESPN, they're just the same level now. And now he's mad because he's like, I can't misappropriate funds from the PGA like I used to, because now Liv is doing the same thing I'm doing.
Fair.
So
sad.
Did that.
And he said, and the funny part of the whole interview, when he's like, is Fox, when it comes to sports TV, the network pays the league, but did the league pay the network now? Bitch.
You've been making money saying bullshit for how many years? So
exactly.
Let somebody else have the same fucking opportunity on live. Shut the fuck up.
That's
shit.
Mayor,
you know
this guy
and Norman and Brandel probably on some P Diddy shit anyway, so it don't matter.
Do you think it's gonna help the with the Fox deal? Does that help grow it in terms of U.S. popularity? Because it is lagging behind in terms of U.S. popularity. But the CW was also hard to reach for.
That's why I was lacking. Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's gonna. You think it's gonna take off, or?
I think some people don't even know where the CW is on their TV.
Yeah,
they put it on local channels over here. The last couple were on like a local, KUSI for us.
But I downloaded the CW app just so I can watch it. But
I had that before. Yeah,
I saw today. So they're changing the times on the first, like in the Saudi tournament. They're teeing off at nighttime, so we can watch it during the day. So it's prime time here.
Oh,
okay.
That's a big change. That's a big change. Yeah.
The interesting piece is that I don't know if you guys have noticed, like if you were on the Live app or doing all that, and you had to sign up with your email, they sent you a email asking you for feedback. What do you need to see from this league? What do you want to see in our coverage? What do you want to see in these teams? What are we missing?
You never asked me that shit.
I got the email. I saw it.
So when you see that, you see a product is like, hey, we're going to get the feedback and we're going to figure this out. And now we got backing on TV.
Just play 72 holes so you can get your points.
Right.
You
better respond. You better tell them in the email, Chachi. You better let them know. Yeah.
I agree with that. So that's enough of that. That's the golf news of the week right there. But I want to talk about what the Negros golf resolution for 2025 is. So what's your one thing that you're going to work on or you want to happen for you in 2025 in your golf game? So let's start with Marcus.
That's why you start with me.
I mean,
keep wearing your ass out.
Oh, okay. I like it. Woo!
Wait, when does the league officially
I love it.
Wow.
Unfortunately for you, Marcus, is I'm not the one that you have to put a battery in my bag. I'm always ready.
Wait, when does your guys' league start?
That starts in I think May or April or May.
Is it May?
when the snow melts.
April, May. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
right.
might not be till June then around this motherfucker.
Yeah, for real. We
We
got
ain't-
ice cubes.
We
out
haven't
here.
seen rain since November.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shit, y'all seen fire though.
Yikes.
That's what happens when you don't see rain. That's what
Yeah.
actually usually happens. We get rain and then we get fire.
Yeah, y'all in hell.
For real.
No, that's LA. LA's in hell.
Literally.
Yes.
The way that motherfucker's moving, that wind better not blow south.
We
For
good.
real.
It's blowing west towards Hawaii.
Yeah. No, I'll get my swing consistent. I gotta get this swing consistent. I gotta find something and stick with it and quit changing shit.
That's fair. I like
It
that.
would have helped you if TikTok would have stayed banned then, right?
You gonna take your tips from there?
TikTok is my instructor.
Everybody takes tips from that. You can't help it. Because you
Straighten
see
your
it, you
arm.
can't help but think it.
Breathe. Say peanut butter and jelly. Hold an apple under your arm.
For real. For real. 100%
Elbow
facts.
Half swing, quarter swing, all kinds of shit. Bought the damn. They hustled me and got me to buy the club off the infomercial. That's supposed to be a no slice club.
It clicks out the bottom and shit.
I hit that motherfucker and the Allen screws on the bottom. I hit like maybe 15 balls and I heard it rattling in there and the damn Allen screw went inside the club.
I can't say I'm mad at TikTok because Chachi tell you I got some things off of there, and my resolution was I made a swing change. I'm staying consistent. Now Chachi says I have to get my strokes back because my games come down. I've shaved about 5, 6, 7 strokes off my game already since he's been injured. He shows up every Sunday for the last 9 holes. And we breakfast, but yeah, so
that's dedication, man. Well,
I
if
just
you
go
can
to
get
putt.
your ass out there for that, you can come out.
I go out there to putt. I was on crutch.
He was on the crutch. He's on that one
This is
crutch
my
now.
my first day without full
Like
crutches.
Marcus said, we're gonna get you one. We're just gonna get a little thing on the bottom, put a wheel on the shit.
So my resolution is to keep my swing the way it is and refine it more because it's working.
You're gonna get that nigga a kickstand.
Huh?
A sock with a kickstand on it.
So don't slide. So don't slide.
Oh, man. I miss y'all
Chachi,
motherfuckers, man.
What resolution do you have besides healing up and being well and getting out there? Like, what do you see in your game that you want
pretty
to
much
improve?
it because I can't. Part of it's just not to push it because I had rehab today, and it's been maybe a week or two that I could actually stand on both legs and putt. And so now I'm walking around, this week without a crutch. And so I'm like, ooh, when can I chip? And they like, shit, you got like 8 more weeks before you can chip.
Oh,
I
shit.
mean, they said to play golf like 6 months is the timeline, and I'm just barely at 2 months. So
don't push it, otherwise it'll be
exactly. So that's what I have to stop myself from doing because as I start to feel better, I'm like, oh, I can do something, and no, I can't. So I guess my resolution is to listen to the doc and do what I need to do. But then I was telling Bud that I'm gonna have to probably get a lesson because part of the problem, just besides having bad knees, was the way I was swinging to compensate for it. I wasn't transitioning my weight all the way through, and so I was almost like rubber banding my front knee, and it was just making it worse.
Oh shit!
So I need
If
to
you get a
learn
lesson, you get no more strokes. You don't get strokes back.
shut up. Man, it's about end result. 7 strokes. So if you took off 7 and I was only giving you 6, then you giving me 1 now.
Now if you're getting lessons.
So I'm probably gonna get a lesson to learn to transition my weight. So I guess that'll be my thing, to learn to be more fluid with my swing and actually transition my weight through.
Nice. Suge, what you got?
Me, man, I'm trying to get this shoulder right, get healthy, and then I'm gonna start earlier. Like I think for me, I gotta start earlier, trying to wait till it gets warmer to get right. Nah, man, I gotta start earlier, and start doing things to get me right. So that way when it does get warmer, I'll be ready. So
y'all don't have no indoor golf simulator places?
They do. There's tons, and they're popping up like crazy here. Like you can buy memberships to like some of the big ones. There's some small ones that have warehouses. So Like you can get all that. So I mean, it's not.
Me and Chachi are talking. That's why I asked about there.
There's a spot by work, man, that you can they have bays and then they have simulators in there too. So
You gotta go to the one with the new simulators though. I hate them old 1982
raggedy ones.
Yeah, that's different.
Yep, I agree.
But that for me, yeah, that's it, man.
Okay. Well, for me, I'm just gonna go back to the times where I won the Hard Knocks life. So I was like really like in tune with the game, right? Like I somewhere along the line between then and now, I kind of lost some love for the game. I think I was just out there going like through the motions, right? Like it's fun
over here.
Right. It's just fun playing golf, right? And playing golf with you all and doing that and playing golf with my son and shit. And we have fun and we play on Thursdays. We play in a tournament. We travel and play. But I just kind of lost a little bit, but I found it. I'm starting to ignite it back. And for me, like I was always like how I won was my short game, putting and scrambling so good. So I'm back to that. I've been working a little bit, even though I had a little setback with my back. Because we're getting older, all of us. We got out of the 5 people here, we got three niggas injured. So, finding that back and just being consistent and continuing to play. Like that year I won. How many times we played a lot of golf that year? I mean, so much golf, and I pulled back from that because I was just busy and doing all that stuff. But I'm being selfish. I'm back to the golf game. So. That's good for me, and that's bad for you niggas.
I've known you your whole life. But the next time you come on here talking about I kind of lost the game like you, Jordan, you went to go play baseball, I will chop in your fucking throat. You were not, bruh. He said it like he was a GOAT. I kind of lost my love, but I'm gaining it back. What the fuck?
I got one thing to say about it, Eric.
I'm just looking at my check and the trophy I have sitting here.
I'm just like, I just got one thing to say about what you said, Eric.
Yes.
Whatever, motherfucker.
So I look at it like this though. Like I do. Here's what I'll say. I do think that we have a certain friend who likes to fuck around with his handicap and sandbag on his handicap.
You just say his goddamn name.
We all know it. What I'm saying is like, so here's the thing. And you play.
He knows he's doing it too.
Right. But what I'm saying is that I think a lot of things got fucked up because of, and let's just be real, like the scoring system and all that shit. It did put a frown on some of the competitiveness in the league. And so I do understand where you're coming from, man, around some of that shit. And it takes some of the fun out of the golf. So I can see.
Okay.
No, hold on.
No, Eric was on that bullshit. I'm a champion. Lost I'm Jordan shit. Y'all need to have a cap on the handicap, and that'd be fine.
That's what I'm saying. I think, but here's what. But
don't talk about Eric. I understand what you're saying.
No. Here, I'm saying all that because I don't think that like that shit'll sort itself out. So I think that that's all I'm saying is that
Eric ain't lose no love for golf. He just
because we talked about it. We all talked about it because it bothered all of us, even the people that weren't even close to winning the whole thing.
No, I understand that part.
Point. Yeah,
that's all his loss for love for golf. He on some bullshit.
I'm sorry.
No, but I can see him losing the focus because since I haven't been able to be out with y'all every Sunday, I miss that shit. And it's not playing. I mean, I miss playing golf. Don't get me wrong, but I miss just hanging out.
Right.
And so that part of it, if your focus becomes my swing and my score and getting frustrated and not
too much
the fun of golfing.
These motherfuckers just fed into his
fake
news bullshit. I feel bad. I lost love for golf. Fuck Eric. Fuck him. Fuck his trophy. Get ready, bitch.
Y'all see that?
All right. The world's smallest violin. I know it.
Let's go play.
You know what? But I'll just make sure you bring yourself out there, Bug, because even when I was struggling, I was still beating you in these D-bond slices. So remember to look at the placings, nigga. You was behind me. So if I get better than that, you're looking at
first, you last, nigga.
For real. So you ain't you.
And the last one, motherfucker right there.
Thank you, mate.
So I'm just saying, I'll be ready, and hopefully you will be too, Bug.
Blah 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 blah.
Sound like Charlie Brown.
Wah, 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 wah.
So
I think, I mean, I just go play, man. I think that's the biggest thing. Like Chachi, like you were saying, for me, I like the chilling. I like the hanging out. I like actually understanding how other motherfuckers think about their swing and their golf. So when I'm, I play with certain cats, I'll ask them. Like,
right, don't put me in the car with you, man.
I mean, not like that, but like, so like there, I'll give you an example, man. Because Marcus, you have a certain knack for hitting certain shots, right? And so I've asked you from time to time, what are you thinking about, or what, because some folks are just, they're not thinking the how can I get to a certain point? They're just going to swing. And so Marcus is like, hey, this is where I'm going, and this is why. Like when you're trying to learn how to hit certain shots and be strategic about golf, that's what I'm talking about. That's
you can ask Chachi because he has 17 million thoughts in his head.
Oh,
and he has to wait for him to focus. They all come about the same target, but they all have different conversations to get to that one target. That's why he's saying don't ride.
I might put my earbuds in all season on y'all niggas. Talk to y'all after.
That part.
I played a lot with these two on this side. So Marcus and E, I played a lot of golf with y'all, man. So I think for me, I like that part of it. And during the rounds and shit, because you learn a lot, man.
Yeah.
We have a good time. We learn from each other. But that's our resolutions. Hey, y'all can send y'all's resolutions into us if you want, and we'll talk shit about y'all shit too.
Or if you're already off your resolutions.
Yeah, because some of y'all stopped doing them workouts already.
Yeah.
No more strippers in Jamaica. That's my resolution.
The fucking Planet Fitness is they're lacking for people right now.
Yeah, they was popping. Now they're not.
They got their memberships though.
Yeah, shout out to them. Hey, we got golf this week. So, Shook, why don't we talk about the Farmers Insurance Open? Where is it at? What's going on with it and everything? I'm surprised these two are not going.
Yeah, it's in your backyard, man. Torrey Pines Golf Club out there in San Diego. Rub your chest, California.
I used to go when I obviously get tickets, but it's
you turn bougie.
And I heard the rub your chest. I heard you. Don't worry, I heard you. But I just it's
you turn bougie.
Yeah, it is what it is. I want to go on Saturday only because when we the BMW Championship in Denver, I asked Tony Finau for them shoes and he giggled. I want to go back out there and be like, bitch, I asked you once, now I'm gonna take them.
And don't get arrested for no shoes.
Yeah, right.
For real.
It's at the South Course. It's at the South Course. So just if you go out there, just make sure you hit the South Course. Par 72, 7,765 yards.
What's on the South Course?
No, I'm just saying.
Why is he describing it, not you? We played the damn course.
If you want to describe it, go ahead. The North Course.
No, I was talking about you played it like 87 times.
With 7,258 yards. So, and the purse is $9.3 million.
Nice. We got a decent field. There's some big names in there. Your boy Finau is playing, of course. Jason Day, Matsuyama. Sorry, jeez, I'm tripping. But it should be a good field. We're getting to the golf season and stuff there. Boog, what do you think? I mean, you played this course so much. What do you think? Like, which one is your favorite out of South and North?
Well, I'm not a pro, so of course I'm gonna go with the North Course because it's shorter. But it's funny because it's Torrey Pines. So during tournament time, it's a whole different course than regular during the season. they don't grow the grass the same way as in the rough. So it's not as difficult for us regular people, or San Diegans during the regular season. But me and Chachi have been out there when a week, 2 weeks before the tournament happened, fucked my wrist up, broke my wrist because the rough is so thick. I'm like, no, and they have signs. Take it out the rough, put it in the fairway. You're gonna hurt yourself. So it's weird to watch them play and how they hit it out the rough.
Shit.
That just tells you how good they are, because as an amateur, you try and play the South course or the North course, you try and play Torrey Pines and you hit it in the rough, you're gonna hurt yourself. You see how good they are, because you're gonna hurt yourself. It's regular grass, but it's so thick and together, like your afro back in the day, E, when you had hair.
Oh, ain't
You
that
just can't comb through it.
Oh, okay.
You can't comb through it. So yeah, it's beautiful. The scenery is beautiful.
Yeah, Murphy Creek looks like that sometimes.
What's that?
Murphy Creek's rough gets like that sometimes.
Yeah, it's just so thick, you just can't.
Horrible.
You can see your ball, but you just can't. And you might not even see your ball. It's just so thick.
We pay for that.
But the thing about it is, like, when you say thick, though, it's not nappy, like maybe Afro might have been, because the ball sinks down. The ball sinks down, and then it's so thick you can't get down to it. You got to like just cut through all this grass, and we don't got that swing speed.
Yeah, it's like if you're in the fairway, you put your club behind the ball. You're in the first cut, you put your ball behind the club. You're in the rough, you can't put your ball behind the club, because no matter what, there's grass there, and it's thick grass. So it's like Chiba, baby, like sexual chocolate, just all types of hair before she decides to cut it, type of shit. It's wild.
I mean,
I don't think it's our best course in San Diego, but
the north, the greens are kind of they're kind of like they do this to you.
That's
and
one
so
thing too.
It's hard because you get the ball up on there, and you got to like almost run it up there, or bounce it up there, because it's not going to really stick, and then it's really sloped.
Yeah,
a lot of undulation.
If you watch, and we'll get to this later on. If you watch TGL and you see how they have the rotating green and the undulations in the green, that's some of the holes on Torrey Pines. You might think you're hitting at the pin, and you land at the pin, it'll roll all the way back off the fairway, and you can't go to either side because we don't have that. Like in Colorado, somewhere you hit in the rough or not out of bounds, but in that funky stuff, you can find your ball. San Diego, you can't, because it's going in the ocean. It's in the ocean.
In the creek, it's in the ocean canyon,
Yeah,
or cactus
it's
wild
wild.
shit.
So you don't have a lot of.
Or in some carne asada somewhere.
Exactly. You don't have a lot of.
You know what it is? No, E. You know what it's like is that Red Mountain that we played.
Yes.
All the greens were up like island, like it wasn't an island, but they were all elevated.
Yeah.
So you go long, you're screwed. You're short, you're screwed. You're screwed to the side. You got to get it on there. But and there was there'd be like a runway, fairway runway, and then if you missed to the right or left, you're off or deep.
Exactly like that without the houses.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just ocean.
Yeah. Okay. Well, with that being
it's pretty,
said,
though. It's a beautiful course.
Yeah. I mean, it's always the views are great when you see it.
Especially
you see people out there parasailing and doing all kind of shit.
Yeah.
So just super.
If you go there, worry about Black's Beach.
Worry about what?
Might be
Black's Beach.
What is that?
Titties.
That's the new beach here in San Diego.
So from your crib to the golf course, how far?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah. If that.
If that, on traffic. Probably 15.
Yeah, depending on traffic, yeah. 20 minutes, 15 minutes, depending on traffic.
Nice. Well, since you're chatting, who you got winning? What's your picks?
Well, I'll be honest, because I already saw the scores for today.
Yeah.
But I was going to pick Jay Day based on how he played recently. I thought he played pretty well, but he played like +2, I think.
I was in between from Finale.
One because we're keeping track.
Huh?
You get one pick because we're keeping track.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me get my book right for Chachi's Jason Day.
Y'all better be honest. Don't be looking up there like I was gonna pick Aberg.
Yeah.
I was at least honest with it.
Yeah, for me, I had I had Finau because I thought this year was going to get more consistent with his shit.
Okay, I'll take
But
it.
he's not out the running yet.
Look at Reggie looking.
Marcus, who you got?
Keegan Bradley.
Okay, I like it.
And that was my third pick.
Sure, who'd you got?
I had Hideki.
That was who my other thinking was. Hideki, yeah. He's been playing solid.
I was between Hideki and Day, and then I had Day. If you see my paper from earlier, I had Day, and then I had Finau on here, and I went back and forth, and I circled Jason Day. So I went with Day.
We are off to a cracking start.
It's only the first day.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Tournament's not over yet. Exactly.
And I mean, it's. I mean,
yeah, but when Aberg's at -9 and you got
but
+2,
he fucks up. Like I like him a lot. I like him a lot because he's young and he can really. I mean, when you look at like how far he can hit the ball, that's an advantage for him.
But he played the easier course today too.
It'll close.
Me and Eric saw him
that gap will close.
13 on the hole.
That gap will close.
For real.
It'll close.
He played the easier course today,
so you expect his numbers to be
low.
Yeah.
You played North?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's our picks. Hey, we're going to keep track of those picks. We have some other surprises for you listeners out there where you can track our picks.
Well, they're coming back, though, here, right, for the Genesis, too?
Yeah. They haven't decided exactly yet, but yeah, it looks like it.
Yep. Now, on the other hand, more golf, but indoors and in a stadium. We got the TGL, Tiger Golf League. So it's been a couple weeks. It's been on ESPN. It's on Tuesdays, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Been interesting. The technology is awesome. What are your thoughts on the TGL, Chachi?
I like it. I wish they'd take like a live team and play against them because it hasn't been competitive. That's been the only thing. I mean, I like almost everything about it is cool. They just haven't been competitive. That New York team is trash, and they just keep getting whooped. They just keep bringing that team back and over again. And so I'd like to see some new blood. But otherwise, it seems fun.
Yep, I agree. Marcus, what you think?
Oh, I like it. I messaged you on it that day we were watching it. I like it. I like the California team, the LA team. It's just a solid team.
Mm-hmm. Booger?
I like it too. It's while I'm watching it, I can't find myself if it's like which is weird. If it was like a major or a big tournament, sitting there watching the whole thing and being in the kitchen, I'll still look at the TV. I'll go do other things and miss a couple of holes and come back. But it's good. The concept's good. I think they have some things to work out. Like
the big three of golf.
Yeah. And the thing, like you have certain teams that played already and other teams that haven't. And they change the holes around, like the last one, they changed the holes around to different places. Okay, it's tournament style, so everyone should play each other on the same course, then change this shit around because you're doing tournament style so you can win a trophy. So it's good. I like it. I think Rory and Tiger should have played the first day against each other, their teams, because it's their tournament.
Yep.
But yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. I mean, I think it's just different. I think it brings a different aspect to golf and a different just a different way to view it, right? I think that they have some things to iron out. I think sometimes like I can't remember who somebody hit the lip last night. I can't remember who hit the lip, but I think there's some shit like that they're gonna have to figure out because I think that impacts the the real, you wouldn't have seen that in real golf. So I think.
What do you mean?
So like what I'm saying is someone could have hit the lip, but that was an artificial lip that wasn't meant to be.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like the lip out the bunker before.
Right, but what I'm saying is it's just a little bit different. It takes some getting used to. Like Matthew Fitzpatrick hit a shot into the water and he's looking at the screen like, what the fuck? So I feel like some of the things these players are going to have to get adjusted and make some adjustments. And I think they have some adjustments to make just in the viewership of what the product is. But I think overall it's pretty good. We'll see what happens with it. And then the team that, if I had to follow a team, I think it would be either the Bay Golf Club or the LA team.
It's making golf fun.
Yeah, it's different.
Not for us, but some people are like, well, golf is boring. It's the same old boring tournaments every year. They're adding stuff to golf to draw more interest, and it's making it fun to watch.
It's kind of like indoor waste management because they were loud, drinking, and having a good time. I understand the ownership though. So I mean, like the owner of the Falcons. Okay, you're a golfer. Why would not you make a lot of? Why would not a certain golfer own the team?
True.
I don't think the LIV teams are owned by golfers.
The LIV team have investments in their team. Like they put up money.
They own some of it, but not the controlling majority of it.
No, yes, because they had to get sponsorships to pay for their stuff. So they own the team. Dustin Johnson owns his team. They had to get sponsorships. There's no outside person who owns the team.
I'm pretty sure there was, but anyways, I assume everybody universally likes the shot clock.
Yes.
So that was on my thing of favorites, right? What I like is the shot clock. They might want to implement that in the PGA. I'm not.
I was thinking about that. So okay,
they have it, just not that quick.
Do they have to so we're walking up to our ball, Boog's hitting first. Once you get to your ball, I'm like, okay, now you have 40 seconds.
Yes.
Boom.
But
yes.
While that's happening, I'm getting extra time to be looking at my ball because I'm not hitting yet. So I'm like, then I get 40 seconds. So it's an advantage to the person that hits it farther, I guess, right? Yeah. Farther or closer. That's fine. I don't mind.
Sure. But in the same token, you can walk slower to your ball.
Oh, they might start doing that shit now.
Look at your bag, like, what club am I going to hit? Because if you watch the TGL, they don't start the clock until they get next to the ball. They get to go to their clubs. The guy gets to bring them a ball. When they get to the ball, okay, that's when the clock starts.
But is that when you
slow? The time's slow, like Cantley, Giggin Bradley. He spins, go back and forth when they're out there addressing their ball. Not any other time, just when they're addressing their ball. So yes, it would make it faster.
I don't know. I like it. I mean, I think the tech is dope. The banner is great. I think they turned the banner up this last week. It was a little bit better.
Yes.
Otherwise, it does get boring.
Right. I think the coverage is dope. Like they show the audience and stuff, the different people that are there supporting it. They have some star power in there that are not golfers that are part of this.
Arena.
Right. And so they have all these things, right? And I think it just exposes more eyes to golf. And it's on a Tuesday. So guess what? Yeah. There's no football usually on a Tuesday. There's, we're at the time of the season where we get desperate to watch some shit until shit picks up with college basketball and NBA, right? And so Tuesdays are great. Like and it's at a time that I think like if they moved it back a little further, it might be better because at 5 p.m. for us, like motherfuckers are driving home still. Right. So if it gets better, maybe they have it more prime time, like 7 o'clock. And then everybody, you can get more of an idea of the viewership, really.
They're probably, this is probably, people are probably more likely to go play golf in this style way before they'll ever try to go on a course, right? So I think it's smart for them to, market to, a larger audience and move the time back, because I do agree you're gonna catch more people.
Yeah. Well, it's obviously going to cause a lot more of these golf simulator places to open up.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, Top Golf.
I think in our general location we have in San Diego that I know of, there's like 2 that are within 20 minutes, half hour of here. But
Top Golf is looking for a boost of just like some different golfers coming back in, right? Because the luster has kind of fell off of Top Golf, like. That maybe they should move their fences back because motherfuckers are getting better and they're hitting over the fence and motherfucking managers bothering you and doing all this shit. It's just kind of got real stuffy and bullshitish, right? Instead of just being the fun that it's meant to be. And so this is bringing some more fun to it. I don't know. I think it get a chance to grow. I'm fucking with that Atlanta team. I thought they were fun. I think they had chains and shit on yesterday. So yeah, why
So
not?
I think they the Top Golf thing I think is cool and everything, but I think if you can offer the same type of an experience that they see on TV with you're hitting in one screen and then you turn around and there's actually a green. I think that I think people would be more inclined to go do something like that over Top Golf. So I think Top Golf has their area, their niche, whatever you want to call it. But I do think that if they opened up more simulation places like what you see on the actual experience in the TGL, I think that would take off too.
I don't think that green's going to be happening in very many places. That
Yeah,
that
that
thing is, a
expensive.
technical marvel. But then on
Right.
top of that,
You
they
don't have
have one
to.
of those for
That
each
take up a
person.
lot of room. That take up a lot
Yeah.
of room.
But the simulator part itself, I mean, the fact that you can play not only quickly and you can do leagues and all that stuff, but you can play real courses, you can play made up courses. I could take my girls in there and they could try to hit carnival stuff by hitting golf balls at the screen. So there's a lot of different ways to
Sure.
approach golf and build that interest.
And I like if you could the simulation places, it's more, probably easier for you to get your own shit in and out of there. You know,
Yeah, you can hit your own clubs for sure.
yeah, right.
And then at alcohol.
Right.
Yeah, alcohol, food.
For real.
Yeah.
And in California, you probably smoke weed in there too.
Yeah,
Colorado too. It's
back 9.
There it is.
014.
So shout out to Moto Caddy. They keep us fly on the course. Very convenient, we have the M5 GPS DHC electric charging, downhill control, parking brake, 9-speed settings, GPS, and a whole bunch of other features. Moto Caddy, the #1 kart company in the world, can get you right for the course today. So head over to motocaddy.us and check out all the dope shit that they have to offer. Shout out to Mikey and MotoCaddy. So MotoCaddy is bringing us the 19th hole.
Listen, I'm on the 19th hole and I'm looking at a gimme.
Hey, this 19th hole, we're just going to go around the room real quick and 2 questions for you. What got you into the game of golf? And then do you remember what brand your first set of golf clubs was? So, Marcus, what got you into the game of golf?
My father had a golf club with a 9-iron in the garage. He didn't play golf, so I can only imagine what it was for. I had a friend that had some golf balls in the garage. I took like 2 of them. I used to go to the high school football field. I used to just smack those balls one side, walk over there and grab them, smack them back and forth. And I thought it was fun. And then, I don't know, it was a while after that, years after that. A friend took me out to play, and I knew how to hit. I mean, I couldn't putt for shit, but I knew how to hit a ball. And then I went a couple weeks later and got a little cheap set of Pinnacle golf clubs. I had a Big Bertha driver and fairway wood, and just some no-name putter, and I had a McGregor sand wedge and a little variety pack. And then the golf bag was just the old style golf bag, the big hole opening. You just put everything in there. Had a little, had a pouch that was hanging by a cantilever on the side, and that's where I put my balls and tees in the same pouch, just to get out there and play.
Yeah.
And then I upgraded years after that to those Nike clubs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Chachi, what about you?
When I was right after high school, I guess I played a little bit with some friends up, little par 3 course up in Escondido, and then I played a little bit with my brother and my stepdad. My clubs were they were tailor-made racks that I bought from the dude on Storage Wars that goes, yep.
shit.
'Cause
Oh, hell
he
no.
he was at the swap meet down here at Kobe's. And
Hell
so
no.
for $100, I got the bag, all the irons. He had some woods in there. It was a Cobra driver.
Ew.
Yeah, so I took that out, and then when I met Dom is when I started playing consistently. Once I hooked up with the Sunday crew, and that's
You weren't
when.
consistent before you met me?
No, I only play with Thurman and Paul every now and then.
Oh, okay.
Man,
I'm glad I got your game right.
are you sure you don't pay for a lot of breakfast?
Don't put my business in the streets no more, bro. I know where you live.
Hey, look, I know you're getting better, so it might be short lived.
What about you, Bug? What you got?
So when I was in Arizona, playing football, I used to come back because I had my house here in San Diego and married and all that stuff. But we used to go to this club called The Rocks. It was underground. Eric, you went there at my wedding.
Yep.
Went there. Sharky.
Yep.
So the first time I met Sharky, Rodney Harrison had a birthday party at the club. And so I was at the bar. He's like, Rodney was like, yeah, we're cool. He's like, you golf? I'm like, no, I didn't golf at the time. But I'm like, yeah. In my mind, I'm an athlete. He's like, next time you in town, we should golf. I'm like, cool. I'll be back here in 3 weeks. You set something up. Here's my number. Let me know. He calls me. I'm like, I'm back. He texts me like, when you back? I'm like, I got here on Friday. He's like, cool. Let's golf on Sunday at Riverwalk in Mission Valley. I had no golf gear whatsoever.
Oh, shit.
Friday night, I was fucked up. Don't remember shit. Saturday, he texts me. He's like, tee times at 8:05 on Sunday. I'm like, who the fuck is this? He's like, it's Sharky. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I remember. That day, I went out and bought a set of Nike slingshots, full set, ping driver. No, ping putter. Was it ping? No, Odyssey putter. Odyssey putter. Whole outfit, had a collar shirt, everything. Get out there. First hole on Riverwalk is right at the clubhouse. So the bar can see you and everybody in the clubhouse can see you. I forgot to buy shoes. I swung, missed the ball, came off. It was wet and dewy. Off the ground about 5.5 feet, landed on my back.
Ooh,
Sharky
shit.
walks up to me, looks over at me like, you got knocked the fuck out? Was like, you never played golf, huh? I was like, yeah, nah, bitch. But I'm an athlete. We'll figure this shit out. Been golfing ever since. So my first set of club was slingshots and been rocking ever since. Not slingshots, but been playing ever since.
Shit. Shook.
So my first experience with golf was with my grandfather. He was in a golf league in Wisconsin. They golfed, obviously not in the wintertime, but the whole summer. So I spent a lot of summers when I was young out in Wisconsin. So seeing them playing a lot got, I was always curious about the game. And then I played in high school a little bit. And then right after graduating from high school, I played. And my mom had bought me we went and bought a set of, I think they were fucking Wilson. I think I had a set of Wilson fucking golf clubs. And then we bought a putter. I think I just grabbed one out of the bin that they had and started playing then. And then I gave it up, bought a motorcycle, gave up golf, said, fuck it, put my clubs away.
Motorcycle, you went from golf club to a motorcycle.
I sure did. Because at the time, motorcycles were more in my interest. So, I rode the bike for a long time, man. And then I have to say, E, you're the one who got me, back into golf again, because you were, I would always hear about you and Chuck was starting to play, and then y'all got the Hard Knock Slice started. So that kind of really sparked my interest, man. So I kept fighting it. I was fighting it forever, but then went out with y'all a couple times and I got the bug, man. So I think that's for me, that's been my experience. So, kind of lost it and then found it again.
I can understand that. I was in college, like probably like my senior year, and JP, Josh Palumbo, our boy Josh Palumbo, and our boy Mac Mall, they would go to the driving range, right? They girls bought them some golf clubs and shit, right? And so they was out hitting and shit, and I was like, I'm curious. So there was a Gart Brothers in North Boulder that was going out of business, a Gart Brothers. And I went there and bought a brand new set of McGregor clubs because that's all I could afford. And went out there and tore them motherfuckers up. Like it was bad news, right? And so I was like, all right, whatever. I got past that first set. And then Booga would always be talking about golf. And just like skateboarding or anything else, we see our older cousin and we want to do that shit, right? So he got all us younger cousins into playing golf because we saw him doing it. So we started playing a little bit, and then we went out to I remember it was Vegas, and we drove through that desert and shit, and at one
I broke
point
the window in that house.
Yeah, and he broke the window in the house and all that shit, and we just loved the golf and the camaraderie, and us cousins are already competitive and shit against each other and shit, and so it was always fun. And then like I was like, it's kind of fun, but I wasn't really pushing myself. And then the Hard Knock Slice, Mike D and I talked about this league for forever, like on the phone and texting and stuff. And when we would gamble and play poker at his house, and we talk about these things, and then we just follow through. And the league came through, and just I was terrible for a while, and then I got better, and I got great and won, and then kind of went back down in this peaks and valleys, and I just love it. And as I said before, I found the love again.
No, about to don't say that shit again.
I got a follow-up question for y'all. If you could estimate the cost of your first set of clubs, what do you think they would be?
$89.95 is what I paid. That shit was on the bottom shelf with a red tag.
$900 for mine.
$100 used.
Wow. Cause you went out and bought good shit though, like you.
Because I had the front.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I would say, fuck, not even with I would say including the bag and everything, maybe $120.
I ain't spent $900 on my clubs yet.
For real.
I decided from Chachi and E. Chachi said I got him back in getting deep, playing with everybody, and E, because skateboarding and talking about golf got you into it. I'm changing my name.
Uh-oh.
And it's on the screen. Nips the Messiah.
The Messiah. Okay.
Call me Jesus, bitches.
Yikes. That's it for the 19th hole.
Bring y'all to the water to drink.
Wow.
I'm glad y'all are thirsty. Bathed in my ambiance.
Whoa.
Don't catch the slice.
We're going to move on to what are we hating on this weekend. What are we hating on is brought to you by Your Eyes Only Aesthetics. Here we go.
Hey, golfer gals and gents. This is Ashley Knight, founder and owner of For Your Eyes Only Aesthetics. Plan on hitting the links? Then you need sunscreen. 80% of all skin aging comes from the sun, so protect yourself while you're on the green with Image Skincare, available only through a trusted esthetician like me. When I'm outdoors, my go-to sunscreen is the Prevention Plus Daily Ultimate Protection Moisturizer, SPF 50. A friend of this podcast is a friend of mine, so enter coupon code Don't Be Alarmed at checkout and you will receive 20% off your order. Again, enter coupon code Don't Be Alarmed at checkout to receive 20% off all orders. You can find us at www.youreyesonlyaesthetics.com. Again, that's www.youreyesonlyaesthetics.com.
Thank you, Barb. Birthday's coming up, so shout out, happy early birthday to the Barb herself.
And I can't make it. I was so mad.
We're to our favorite segment that you guys love. It's the hater segment of the week. Hey.
I have a question before we start.
Okay.
Am I a new me in 2025, or do I have to go ham on these motherfuckers?
No, you got to be you. You got to go ham. Unless you
Okay.
said it's New Year, new me. Otherwise, you got to go ham.
Okay.
You just got to be who you are, right? Like the haters ain't gonna let up on us, right? So
No.
this is some of the hate that we got from the listeners from our New Year's episode. What a vacation! About time. Hopefully, you guys give us more next year. And then another one said, "Thought y'all died like your golf game. Welcome back."
Oh.
Ouch.
I'll respond to the first two for the group.
Okay, thank you.
Thought you'd give you more. I gave your mom the 8 inches she deserved. Thought you died? No, that was your mom snoring that loud, bitch.
Woo.
So check yourself.
These nuts.
All right, I like that. Thank you for tackling that for us, Boog. That was well summed up. Hey, anyone in here have any hate for anything on this brand new 2025 New Year's?
Yes.
Anyone?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go.
Okay.
Go ahead, sure.
All right. So look, man, this is a new year. There's a lot of we have a lot of technology out here. And you know what I'm sick and tired of? I'm sick and tired of seeing these stupid ass broadcasters go out here and tell me that it's fucked up out here and it's cold and snowy. Like yesterday, they went out to some fucking intersection in Boulder where the wind was so bad that they closed part of a highway. Okay. Y'all, that's all you have to tell me. I don't need to see this motherfucker get out of a vehicle, go up there with no coat on, or trying to hold his coat on while he's trying to sit there and tell me what's going on. Like, motherfuckers, this is use technology, use a motherfucking camera that's already on the vehicle to show what's going on. I don't need to see this stupid motherfucker out here wasting my time. That's all I'm saying.
Sugar's hating on stupid motherfuckers. Bingo. I like it. Messiah, what you got?
Huh?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Marcus.
Misrepresentation of what you say you're gonna do.
Okay.
You pay $2,500 to have a dog boarded and trained. And come back, and this motherfucker tells me, well, she walks on a leash well, and she doesn't pull. She's good at sit, stay, down, stay, and going to her place. Yeah, motherfucker, because I trained her how to do that shit before
It's
I gave
the
her.
new pup, right?
Yeah, but she knows all that because I showed her how to do it.
I remember we had the conversation in Jamaica.
Yeah,
How the puppy's doing?
yeah, and it gives me an e-collar. Yeah, I had one of those too. And it just, I feel like I came back to the dog I left. I truly do.
So they didn't upgrade nothing you did.
This dog, so when you watch their videos and shit on their website, this motherfucker walks in 7-Eleven and has a dog sit outside. The dog sits and chills at the door outside. I'm thinking something along those lines. I'm not saying 2 weeks that bam, he'll have it, but I believe $2,500, we should have been in the door on that shit and I could have continued.
Progress.
Not you telling me she's good at things she's good at them because I trained her and you just kept going with what I was doing. So
did you get
that's funny because when I was out there and you brought the dog was already between your legs sitting down and laying down and wouldn't move.
Yeah.
It's a lot of bread, man, for it to do this.
She does whatever I say. It's my shadow. I'm up here in this office. This dog is laying down right here chilling. I get up and walk out this room. She's gonna walk out. When I open the patio door, I have her sit. She doesn't get to go outside until I say free. And she'll sit there and she'll look up at me, wait for me to say it. When I say free, she goes outside. I can tell this dog to use the bathroom, go potty. And then she'll pee and she'll sniff around. And I'll say, Shuri, she'll look at me. I'll say, go potty. And she'll find a spot and she'll take a shit and she'll run down to me. These are all things I've been working on and training her how to do. I can't get I can probably complain. I doubt they'll give me a refund. It'd be tough because they did border at the same time.
The boarding part, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so
it sounds like they should have been paying you to help train other dogs, nigga.
For
You was doing
It
some shit.
sounds
That's
like
crazy.
you should have had your dog there.
This dog jumps over stuff and jumps up and sits down on stuff for me when I have her jump and sit. Got these big electrical boxes, the big green ones.
Yeah.
I can be walking on the sidewalk. The box could be 15, 20 yards from me. And I'll say up. And she'll run over to it and jump up, turn around, sit down, and wait for me. And like, motherfucker, what did you do?
Nothing.
Sleep at your
Take
house?
your money.
$2,500 to sleep at your crib? I could have gave me more 1,000 and she would have kept all 3 of the dogs.
Right. Correct.
So yeah, misrepresentation. Just to kind of piggyback on that misrepresentation, when niggas say they fell out of love with golf.
Wow.
That shit. Motherfucker.
Because you text your cousin earlier today with a new pair of shoes. You bought a new pair of golf shoes today.
I mean, what did you say? Hold on, nigga. What did you say?
Book, you have anything?
I have something, but I'm gonna go backwards. Marcus, this dude texted me 4 hours ago with the new Jordan Low slip-on golf shoes that he bought.
I love shoes. It has nothing to do. Has nothing to do with
golf
golf. It's just
shoes,
shoes.
bitch. You ain't fell in love. You ain't fell in love with nothing. Anywho, this is my time. Shush. I'm hating on Stella bitches. And in case some of y'all know, them Stella, I got my groove back bitches. When you go to a foreign country and she on vacation, you on vacation, and you do your thing, she do her thing, and she keep texting you when you already at home. Like, why are you texting me? I'm just checking on you. No, check on your man or whatever you got going on in the state you live in. You ain't coming here. You're not hanging out with me. I only reason I remember your name because you put it in the text. Because I'm like, who is this? So
the crazy chick at the bar.
Slow your roll, yes. I didn't ask you to comment, Marcus.
I'm just saying.
You are a magnet to crazy motherfuckers, dude.
I mean, yeah.
Shit.
You should have saw that coming. Walk like a duck and then talk like a duck.
Watching you sleep, but you watching you sleep, booger.
And times out of 10, it's a duck.
You in a foreign country. Know your role. We are not going to see each other again, ever. There's no love at first sight in a foreign country.
Are you promising citizenship?
No.
Oh my God.
She was Canadian. So it's okay.
90 days marriage or something.
She was Canadian, so she don't need no citizenship. But no, that don't matter.
Oh, you trying to get her citizenship?
Hey,
get that universal health.
What if she FaceTimed you from like a $7 million home? Like, I'm lonely. I just thought you might want to come.
Booger's like, I'm out.
Marcus.
Yeah.
That's a whole different thing. But let me tell you what happened. This bride hit me the day after. She was there for like another 2 weeks. The same time y'all were there. She's like, oh, I want to go on, like, I see the boats out there. So I'm like, the family can hook you up, but you have to, pay a little dues. So I hooked her up with Dre.
Mm-hmm.
And got on the same cruise we went to on the whole boat outside and stuff. She sent me pictures like, oh, your family was great. I tipped him, yada, yada, yada. He's cool. I was like, anytime you go there, get with Dre. So I hit up Dre. I'm like, Dre, did she hook you up? She's like, yeah. She was cool. She's going to hit me up next time she comes out in like 3 months. I'm like, cool, got you new business. This brother gonna text me after that, talking about the next time you come, we can do a romantic cruise on the boat. No.
Dumb. They all say this.
And
all your girls say this within a couple of days, and then you like, I'm out.
I'm gonna use this analogy for you, brother. Hey, when you go to work and you do a good job, they kind of like you to come back.
Right.
For real. Saying the wrong things.
They kind of like you to show up again.
So you saying I signed the contract so I can't get no rain?
I want to be around you a little more. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe you need to tone your game down.
Yeah, you can't hit the rib cage on the first night.
You got to decide. You got to decide which dick you're gonna give him. You can't give him the good dick all the time.
All the time.
But my son always says, just give him the tip. But I don't know how this with the tip in.
I sent you the Cadillac picture, booger.
You should have. Hey, you should have been in there for like. You should have been in there for like 3-4 minutes, and been out and got yours. And then you'd have been cool, and she'd be like, "It was trash," and she'd have left you alone. He couldn't laugh.
For real.
It was trash.
It's hard for me to not represent my family name.
Well, she don't know you like that.
You're right.
That's
I
true.
could have told her my last name was Smith. My new name was Dominique Smith. You get the trash dick until you meet a Johnson. You get the Johnson.
Yep.
That was my hate.
They out here trying to make them fall in love.
Yeah, you got
for real.
They ain't got good sense to begin with.
For real.
Drinking coffee, taking notos. Coming to see your ass.
See my name? I'm the Messiah.
Squared, actually. You're not the first one in your family.
You gotta be careful what you give them. Like you can't be the same guy. You can't be the same guy every time.
I'm sorry.
I met my wife, and I wasn't her type, is what she said. I wasn't tall like she's normally dating them. But we hung out, kept her laughing. Boom. Next thing I knew, we was naked.
He didn't even say together. He just said naked. You got problems.
A joke will get you along. A joke will get you a long way.
Yes, it will.
100%.
You know I don't give a fuck about my brother like that, but you ain't gonna throw no side punches in.
I'm just saying.
Here, Eric said you're not the first Messiah. My brother got out of prison. He convinced about 6 broads that he was the second coming of Jah, the Messiah, and had him sit on the floor of my mom's house.
I better not come to your house and there's 2 bitches sitting at your feet.
that was my brother. So yeah, bitch, I gotta change my name now.
Bitch, did I say you can speak?
My Kool-Aid counterclockwise.
Fuck with y'all no more, family. You're not gonna put my business out there.
Have a nigga sound like a pimp. Oh, you talking out of turn now.
Wow. Is there any more hate out here? I don't have too much of hate. I'm all about gaining love back. And
you say gated love?
Gaining love.
Oh, I thought you said gated love, like you fucking in fences.
No.
Right.
It sounds interesting.
I'm just asking.
You be on some wild shit. That's why the crazy bitches be on you. You be doing wild shit like that.
Get you through the fence, girl. Just come in. Put it through the fence.
Well, that wraps up our hater segment of the week. Hey, one of the things I'm going to do, and we're all going to do, is we're going to be fly on the course, and we always are, from the shoes to the hat to the shirts. And for the hats and the shirts, you can reach out to golfgents.com for your casual weekend golf gear. And Golf Gents is bringing us the Golf Gigging Song of the Week. And so while I tee that up, I will let Suge tee us up on what we are about to hear.
Hey, some of y'all know Tyler, the Creator, man. He's doing a lot of different things in entertainment, man. But one of the things that this brother does have is he does have a gift for rap and lyricism, man. So we got that guy by Tyler, the Creator.
Hey, man, shout out to Tyler, the Creator, man, because he just, piggybacked off of that, one of the greats that we have out right now, that Kendrick, man, and just, flipped everything and went to work on his own. And the video is even crazier. But shout out to all these people. It seems like hip hop is starting to get into a different place again. Like motherfuckers is having fun. Motherfuckers is rapping again, remixing, challenging each other. Don't get sued out there. We got our guy out there. The King Light Skin out there suing motherfuckers over getting dissed. Yeah. So this is only opinions, Drake. So please don't sue the Negros.
Up to the north.
Yeah, to the north. So what y'all say about Tyler, the Creator, remixing that? And then what do y'all think about the state of hip hop real quick before we get up out of here?
I'll just jump in real quick and say, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to be quick and just say, I like the song. I thought it was good. I like the energy. I thought, like you said, the video was cool. By the state of hip hop, I'll just say, fuck Drake. And I say that in a number, and
As a
not
light
just on
skin,
this,
I appreciate
not,
that.
not just on this, but I think for me, I'm not gonna say Drake never had no bangers at all, but it was a formula, it was formulaic, and I didn't like that era of hip hop, I guess you could say. If that's considered hip hop, I didn't like it. So I'm glad we're moving away from that.
Nice. Marcus, what was you gonna say?
I'm not a big fan of Tyler Creator. I don't know why. I don't know if it's that I haven't listened to it enough of his shit. The shit that I've heard, it's kind of pointed to me. So I won't sit up and say all of it's like that, just based off of what I've heard. I also agree hip hop is changing. And it is getting better. I wouldn't say it's getting back to where we came from. Hopefully, eventually, maybe, I don't know, but it's getting better. And the whole Drake thing is, if they was to let that lawsuit fly, it kind of attacks the creative competitiveness in that genre of music.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because you think about it, that genre of music started out battling at parties in New York.
Yep.
And if you could be a fly on the wall and go hear some of the shit that's been said in these battles, you listen to a lot of these beefs, Jay-Z and Nas, Ice Cube, No Vaseline,
Right.
Common, the bitch in you.
Right.
None of these niggas sued. You know what I'm saying?
Went back harder.
Yeah. It's just if they were smart about it, it makes money.
Yeah.
Let's get, you know how many streams Drake would have got if he just came back with something? You know how many people wanted to hear him clap back with just something, whether it was trash or not? You know how many streams he could have got paid for?
He could have had somebody write it for him.
But
and
this
then
is the thing.
it goes back again. And then J. Cole jumps in. And then they're not looking at the business aspect of it, I don't think.
He's hurt, man.
But the lawsuit, from what I read, it's not that he's upset that Kendrick came after him.
He's because they played it.
What he's arguing is that they played his
and
stuff
ruined it.
as a way to diminish his
Right.
reputation because they didn't want to pay him because his contract is up.
Well,
So that's
I'm
what he's
sorry.
arguing.
He's gonna lose that. Get your shit right, like you said, Boog.
But again, that's why.
But even if your shit was right and Spotify plays his stuff,
but he's not suing Spotify. He's suing his own label.
Well, they're both on the same label. They're both on the same, owned by the same.
He's not suing Spotify for not playing this shit. He suing his own label and he took his son out of school. We're talking about, well, my son felt threatened in school. Bitch, come with fire.
Well, do some push-ups or something.
And your son is in a private school. The only people yelling at him is white kids.
But that's my thing though, is if he's saying it partially kind of hurt him financially.
He's saying the label did it.
Right, but a clapback
would have helped.
Exactly. It's your label.
He's trying to get re-signed and he's trying to get his money up. So clapping back at the label.
Even if he didn't get re-signed, you don't think Drake can go independent?
Exactly.
Go that route.
Because that's what Ice Cube did with No Vaseline. He went independent.
He's got that whole OBO thing. He can run it under that and make
certainly could, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think his approach was wrong. He could have did it like if you want to clap back at somebody, you find a way to do it within the culture.
Yeah.
You pick up a mic, you get a beat, and that's how you do it.
This is the thing. He might have been a culture vulture because it almost seems like he ran out of enough heat to come back at Kendrick. Let's not forget, Kendrick, that was just the first album. Kendrick got another album getting ready to drop soon, and there's rumors that there's another diss track out there with him and the Clips on it. So
I'll tell you what,
up.
If it was me and Eric dissed me like that, the next thing you probably would have heard is TMZ saw Eric Mitchell and Marcus Davis leaving the restaurant. Some kind of secret meeting. Because we've been planning business. Look, we're going to have 17 beef songs.
Money out.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to have the biggest verses ever. We're going to sit there and we're going to go against each other live on verses. We're going to break it.
It shows you his mentality, though.
To add to that beef thing, fucking Gucci Mane and Jeezy's fucking verses. Gucci Mane's crew killed somebody in Jeezy's crew
Correct.
that went after them.
They
And
still
these two niggas got on the stage, and then the last song of the verses is one that they did together back in the day, and everybody went crazy.
Correct.
see more money to make that way.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, I'm like Marcus. I've never been a Tyler the Creator fan. I don't. His music's been good, but not my type of shit. But I have to give this song was a albatross. It was fire. I can't lie. Video song was fire to me. When it comes to Drake, I want to go back and forth. Like he should have done this and that, but he's on that light skin shit.
Stop that shit.
So some light skin shit. This is what I expect from light skin motherfucker. Yeah. So it was okay because I expect him to do what he did. So it is what it is. But yes, that's the big shit.
So here's what I'll say. I'll start with Tyler. I think that Tyler has moments where he can be very creative, like with this song, and try to be more competitive. But there are some certain songs when you listen to him, he spans a different genre, but I feel like his talent, when it's focused, you get stuff like this.
And the kids love him.
And yeah, and so I think, he has his own thing, and that's great. And I think that he can span across that. But I think when you look at the pure art of hip hop, he captured it with this song. And when I think about Drake, I've never respected him as a hip hop artist at all. Now, because he had club bangers, yes. But for me, when I look at an artist in the true sense of a lyricist, I don't look at him as being that for hip hop. I never looked at him like that. So for everyone that gets getting all mad, if they're on the Drake, if you're on the Drake side, to me, he's just a nigga that could sing and had some motherfuckers that wrote for him to rap, because I don't think that was really him anyway.
I don't know.
The whole hip hop part to me, he's an entertainer.
Yeah,
exactly.
And there's a lot of motherfuckers who in hip hop are entertainers. And so I can't say he wasn't hip hop, because hip hop was a wide range of shit.
It was, or it still is.
And he made money off his shit, because I've been with us in clubs, and y'all done talk to bitches and grind on bitches on some Drake shit.
I'm not gonna sit up and say I've listened to Drake music. I
can't say he's garbage. It's not. I'm not buying a Drake album. I'm not buying a Drake CD. If I put on my Spotify or my Pandora and Drake comes on, I'm bobbing my head, because he does have some shit.
Yeah,
so
but the same token,
he found a lane.
Yes, he found his lane.
Exactly.
Was Kwame dope?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But Drake is not Kwame.
But what I'm saying is that every artist has their own little contribution to hip hop.
But you said Drake wasn't hip hop, but Kwame to me is the same thing, but it's not the same.
I don't think.
As for the stuff people writing for him, that's always been in hip hop.
He's the ghostwriter. You get 10, 15, somewhere.
You get 10, 15 niggas in the room, and we're gonna come up with some great shit.
Right.
Wu-Tang. They tell him, like, okay, write some shit. Okay, ain't no good. Let me write some shit for you to get your shit right.
And
so the ghostwriting shit is not a problem.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, for me, when I look at it, I'm not saying, like, when I look at a Kendrick, when I look at I don't know, throw somebody else out there. When I look at,
no matter who you look at, you said he wasn't hip hop.
Kendrick, they're writing.
I feel like they're writing their own shit. I feel like Drake gets a lot of shit written for him. That's all.
I get away from the whole somebody wrote for you shit, just because not just hip hop. Some of the greatest songs, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of the greatest songs that we've grooved to from the 60s all the way up to now.
Prince,
if you go look, those artists didn't write them. Smokey Robinson wrote most of Motown shit, but there are many Motown artists.
Neo wrote so much shit.
Look at Luther Vandross.
A lot of people wrote for him.
Luther wrote for everybody. And
exactly.
Right, that's what
there's saying. People, there's background singers that you don't even know who their name is. Right. They wrote for stars that they're background singing for.
My whole thing was, I can't say Drake is not hip hop, and to say he didn't because he didn't write shit. Okay, I don't care. It's fucking music. Somebody sold him some shit. He paid for it. It's like a female with a bad weave. It's her hair now. She paid for it. It's her hair.
And if somebody give you a song, or somebody gave him a song, and he puts his little twist on it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I'm mad at him for it. That's all I'm saying. But matter
of fact, I'm gonna give you a hip hop song right now. Was it hip hop? Da ha da ha da ha 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 ha. That shit wasn't hip hop. But we was kicking it back in the days. I don't know if you was born yet.
Jay-Z wrote that. What's that song for Dre and Snoop?
Still DRE.
Still Dre.
Right.
Jay-Z wrote that shit.
That's happened for a long time, and I get that. But what I'm trying to say is,
supposed to be
I
this
think
great
Drake
writer.
had his own. Drake has his own little lane, man. He has the club hits, and then what I would consider an attempt. He tried to be hard sometimes too, and that's what I wasn't buying.
It's entertainment.
It's entertainment,
but to me, it didn't do anything for me.
This is the thing.
I'm not a fan of it.
It's all music. The streaming services have opened it up. I don't know how much we've been able to explore and find new artists, new things that have their own genre, their own lane, anything. Enjoy it. But when you lose, don't be a sore ass loser, man. Just fucking suck it up, Buttercup, and get your ass up.
And to go off that hard shit, niggas, not one nigga in the world thought MC Hammer was hard. But if you listen to the stories, MC Hammer was
one of the hardest niggas ever.
He was ready. Yeah, he had a troop of motherfuckers ready.
Was MC Hammer hip hop?
No, so entertainment, and he got paid.
But he wasn't gonna battle you either. He'll come to your face and be like, "You got one more time to talk something about my family."
This nigga wore diaper pants and sequins and shit, but catch you backstage with that shit on.
They said Michael Jackson was the crib, so there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit that happens behind the scenes.
That whole crying shit, Drake suing his label, and
weak to me.
Suing his label and putting Kendrick on the label not suing Kendrick individually. That shows your bitch ass.
So what if he's right? What if the label was controlling the streaming of his music and purposely pushing it down to devalue him?
When it comes to battle rapping, you know. When it comes
this
to
isn't about battle rapping, it's about his dollars.
No,
and it wasn't a battle with Kendrick. It's a battle with your label if they purposely.
But then you could. Chachi, I would say this. At the time,
get your shit right then. Get your game right.
At the
Battle
time,
back.
People wanted to hear more of the Kendrick, and that's what was fueling the fire. So he can say all he wants to say, okay, well, they were pushing my spins down and this and that, but people were playing the Kendrick anyway. So they weren't even looking for Drake at that point.
You can't say they're pushing my spins down because the label doesn't own Spotify or Pandora.
There's a little payola.
The label doesn't own that.
There's a little payola efforts that go on with all kinds of stuff. They control
the licensing to that music, and Spotify don't exist without it.
But they already paid for his songs. They do it automatically.
But they pay for more songs.
No,
that is negotiated.
I feel you.
Don't piss off the labels.
When you say that, but a week later you come out and say Kendrick's verses on my relationships and things like that made me take my son out of school.
Well, no, I wasn't talking about that. I was just reading the lawsuit and what he's accusing the label.
That was in our lawsuit too.
Okay, I didn't see that part.
He felt his child was in harm's way.
That has nothing to do with the law. To me, that has nothing to do with the lawsuit.
But it's in the lawsuit.
Yeah,
that's just trying to get those extra punitive damages.
That's
what that's about.
For real.
That's like going to the chiropractor after an accident.
That's some Brando whole shit.
We can talk about this all day.
Yes.
But
we have. What are you talking about?
Let's.
I ain't gonna fry my fish. Fuck.
Your fish went back to the sea.
Yeah, for real. So Boog ain't frying no fish. Nigga. So let's give our final. Let's do our final shout outs and let's get the fuck up out of here because they're gonna be like, now y'all can't complain because now we gave you a nice long episode. So y'all can shut the fuck up. You can pick and choose, but we're back in the new year with a full episode. So
Exactly.
listening to
The
it at
episode as long as I
extra
give your
time if you
mama.
want. Yeah, for real. Sponsored by your mama. So shout outs. Booger, what you got in shout outs?
A short shout out is to y'all. Love y'all. Much love. The way life was when we was traveling together, epic. Love it. Y'all are family, as you already know, because you're cousins. So that's it. I ain't got nobody, no female to shout out. So
there we go.
It's new day.
Shut them all off.
Chachi, what you got?
I'm gonna shout out my family. You know, being on one leg and not being able to walk around and carry stuff and being on crutches and whatnot. You know, my daughter said when I first came home, she goes, "Oh, looks like some habits are gonna change around here." Oh. They didn't really change. They didn't really change all that much, but they did a good job of taking care of me. And then, you know, shout out to Dom and the golf guys, Sunday crew, just, you know, keeping me included, checking on me, and then, you know, let me ride around and just putt with them for the last 9, just keeping me in the group. So I appreciate that. And then finally, it's good to see you guys. We ain't done the pod in a while. I wasn't on the last one, so it's nice to see you guys.
Right on. Marcus, what you got?
Wife and kids, shout out to you fellas. I agree with Booger. Shout out to the trip we went on, man. That was one of my favorite ones. Going, it was actually the favorite. Kind of because what we did afterwards, but just shout out to being able to do things, get out and live life and have fun. You know, get out and enjoy yourself. And the negativity and shit, just it has no place. You can get out and just enjoy yourself. It don't have to be an international, you know, vacation or a tropical place. Just get out and have some fun and enjoy yourself.
For real.
Cooped up and hate and all that stuff. So
we enjoy life no matter where we're at.
For real.
Shug.
I just want to say, man, I appreciate y'all fellas, man. For real. It's been a minute. This pod is, I think we need to be back on it. So we're gonna be at your ass in 2025, man. But I appreciate my family. Appreciate you know, just the ability to laugh with y'all, man, because that was needed, you know, and I think our listeners needed that shit too. So, you know, appreciate the game of golf. Appreciate this motherfucking springtime, hopefully coming soon. I know we're months off, but shit, I'm still hey, I think about that shit, man. It's been brutally cold here. So y'all don't know nothing about no
for real.
Being
Slow
below
down,
0.
nigga. Slow down. You rushing the homosexuals out their spot.
For real.
Ain't even tax time yet.
Yeah, man. You gotta let them get their work in, bro.
For real.
Yeah, man. So yeah, y'all niggas, good luck with that shit. You better start, you know, the tax season is coming. Don't be out here buying them cheap ass clubs like we was talking about it earlier either, man. So,
McGregor's and shit.
I had slingshots. My shit wasn't cheap.
You don't want no part of them McGregors.
Because your shit, you know, you're gonna be spending a lot more time figuring your shit out. Just invest in the shit the right time the first time, and you'll be all right. But shout outs to y'all fellas and shout outs to Booger's Fish.
Oh wow.
Okay. Nemo is fine. Nemo, good luck with that.
I'm making some cod and some shrimp balls and lobster balls. Pause on the ball.
Have a shrimp pepper noodle. It's already 8:30.
Oh, really?
Where's the Diddy baby oil?
I go to work when I want to go to work. I'm making my fish. I wanted some fish for the last fucking 8 days. I'm frying my fish.
Get it.
Yep.
Are you good with your shout out shit?
Yeah, that's it, man.
Okay.
Shout out to y'all fellas, man.
Right on. Shout out to the fam bam. Shout out to them cheeks. That thing be thanging, you know, when out there. Shout out to M-Dub, man. He lost his mom. He put her to rest this week. That's tough on him. Especially, you know, how she came into his life and stuff like that. So that's real tough. Shout out to the plowers out here moving the snow, man. We done had some shit out here, and they've been freezing, and they've been clearing the streets, and it's been a motherfucker out here. And it in the neighborhoods, this shit is like an ice skating rink outside right now, like thick, like 3 or 4 inches of snow just frozen on the streets and shit. So it's wild. So shout out to them. Shout out to the lady I was driving next to today. She was plucking her mustache and her little beard hairs and shit, trying to get right right for work and shit, and I saw that. So she was getting that shit right. So shout out to her.
No,
it's Pearly.
No,
that's what it was like. No, I saw it with my own
I
eyes.
might know somebody like it.
No.
Shout out to the Slicers. I know y'all are getting ready. Some of y'all are starting your Pro-Am league early. So that starts like real soon. So they getting a jump start on us so that they could be ready for the Slicers. Shout out to the listeners and the clubhouse here, and we have a good time. Shout out to you fellas. Shout out to everything. I'm just re-energized and super happy about 2025, man. Health is wealth. New year, new Negroes. Blah 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 blah. And we got the love back. So all right, sorry, I just had to throw that
You need
in
to let
for
me
you.
know y'all's schedule for y'all's tournament so I can fly out one day and get a slide in.
Ooh.
Done it before.
Okay.
Shout out to Kamish. I remember he said that Liv would get a major TV deal.
Yikes, Kamish, you're more than welcome to come on this show anytime.
That did not
I have no hate for the commish.
MD.
Yeah, we got.
I have no hate for the commish because he said nobody from Liv would win a major and he had to pay up.
Tell him to come on. We got all you can eat crow.
Shout out Kamish, man. Shout out to all y'all. And with that being said, let's get up out of here.
We always tell you, man, checking on your people. It's important. 2025 in the next couple years is gonna be crazy. So just checking on your folks, man. Make sure they're all right. Like Marcus said, man, get out and do something for yourself. If you can't get out, do a staycation. Do some shit that you can do. Find some shit in your own neighborhood, man. If you can't even get out the neighborhood, find something that's close to you. Do some shit that's gonna get you out away from the negativity, man. Because that's what
drive by, chitty chitty bang bang, bitches.
That's it, man. But on that note, man, like we said, we love the game of golf, and that's why we're here. So if you like what you hear, tell somebody so they can come fuck with us. And if you don't, tell them anyway. So they might like us. So that's how we're gonna spread this DBA nation across this whole globe that we live in, man. So on that note, E, back over to you, and we out this motherfucker.
Yes, sir. Go fry your fish.
Oh, I am.
And share your bed, bugger.
No.
You're talking about real fish, right?
Yes. I got some cod.